Buckle up, Buttercup. Live from Gloucester, Massachusetts. Podcasting around the world. You're listening to the GloucesterCast podcast, a production of Joey Shimataro and Good Morning Gloucester Media. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the show with your host, Joey Shimataro, and his crew of merry castaways. No piping plovers will be intentionally harmed in the production of this podcast.
Good morning, Gloucester. Round two, baby. We're here with Stuart Siegel. That's Siegel. I get that
Siegel.
right? Siegel. There you go. The logo. Look, the logo right there. Siegel. The Mr. Salty, they call him. I mean, as you can tell, his outfit, he's got the faded canvas duck hat. He's got the Comfort Colors Schooner T-shirt. He's got the flannel shirt, it looks like, over it. And he is salty as they come. And we're going to talk about wooden boats and the adventure in particular, and all kinds of tremendous programming that's going on with the adventure. Is that right?
That's right. Should I do it? Will I look more professional, salty if I have the glasses off?
Super salty. Like
I can't see you. So that's
so
okay.
salty.
I know where you are. First order of business. I heard you had a very beautiful woman on earlier today.
Yes, your wife, your lovely wife, and her partner in crime, who are doing incredible things. That student art festival is, I mean, we've covered it in the past, and we go down there, we're just absolutely blown away. That whole group working with the GEF, it's amazing what they do as volunteers. For the students and the children of our community, and as we know, the arts are, if there are 5 cogs or if there's 7 cogs, the arts are one of the main proponents of what makes Gloucester such a special place. Another one, our maritime history, our illustrious, what happens down at Maritime Gloucester and aboard the Schooner Adventure, and along with the Ardell and the Thomas Lannon. It makes Gloucester a special place. There's a bazillion other communities, but none as special as ours, and what they do down at Maritime Gloucester and also on the Schooner Adventure is one of those things that really makes our community special. So why don't we talk about some upcoming stuff that's going to help continue this legacy of awesomeness.
All right. I do want to comment, just for the sake of, kissing up to you, Joey, that what makes Gloucester special is actually that we got all these amazing boats and organizations giving people real life experience and teaching the heritage. But on the other side of things, we got people like you actually still working in the tradition that's been going on. In other towns you go and it's all pretty and there's some boats, but there's a guy catching fish at the pier right next to the pier that you can get on adventure and talk about how they caught fish 100 years ago. And that's really the key. It's still alive.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Free lobster, right? Because I said that?
Nope.
Shit.
No free lunch.
All right. The first thing we're doing here, my friend Izzy Pett, who's been doing some great work with us the past few weeks, said that she knows that out in your crowd of fans, there's going to be some people who are going to want to help us in our endless mission to keep adventure alive. She'll turn 100 years old 2 years from now.
Wow.
Yep. So America turns 250. She turns 100. And I'm already talking with the folks down in Boston about getting her hopefully right behind the Constitution in the parade of sail for the Sail Boston 250. And we can leverage, Gloucester's old-timey age with the age of the Schooner Adventure National Historic Landmark, and get hopefully some real visibility for the vessel and Gloucester and the 250th. So,
and unlike the Blue Nose 2, which is literally like a 2 foot by 2 foot piece of the keel that they built a boat around, the Adventure is actually the original Adventure.
Yeah. I mean, wood gets changed all the time, but there's still original wood in there. And the steering wheel, they found the old steering wheel, and it's the original boat. She's not a replica.
Yeah, pretty
That's
cool.
one of the things that makes her so great. And there's only 2 National Historic Landmarks in Gloucester. You know what the other one is?
I don't.
It's the I haven't been there yet. The Beauport Sleeper McCann House over in Eastern Point.
Yep.
So those are 2 national landmarks. So that's very exciting. So what's going on next is in about 2 weeks, we got our Knockabout Rockabout. You got the graphic. The invitation's got a whole trifold there, but that's our annual gala. We try to keep it light. We try not to make it stuffy. This year, most importantly, we're adding a little raw bar, or at least most importantly to me, we're going to have some raw bar ahead of time, which puts me in the mood to ask people for money. And we try to have some laughs. The mayor usually shows up and cracks some jokes and puts on a funny hat or two. And we use it every year. It's our biggest fundraiser of the year to just keep, number one, keep the organization rolling, keep the boat in good shape, and also to keep our captain and our crew so we can hire the best captain and crew we can get. And once we have all that going, we bring out all kinds of people. And we'll talk about some of the things we're doing and who we bring out and why that matters. But step one, of course, is we preserve the boat to be living heritage for Gloucester and the community. She was donated back to Gloucester in 1988 to the people of Gloucester, and our organization was formed to catch that, so the city didn't have to figure out how to fix her up and keep her going. So we're really here for Gloucester and the wider Cape Ann community as a heritage and a legacy that's still alive.
I can't imagine that. I mean, the sheer size of that boat, the paint, the maintenance, the dockage. I mean, it is absolutely daunting to me. What it must cost on a yearly basis to keep that boat, spit shined and ready to go. Because how many feet long is it?
122.
And how wide is the beam?
How wide? Oh man, now in the office. Not that I believe she is. I want to say 26, but someone's gonna ding me on that.
But I'll tell you what, that's a lot of wood to maintain and paint and chip and dock and everything else. So it's not cheap. And all throughout the year, if you're in East Gloucester looking over at the Heritage Center and you see it over there, pretty majestic boat. People, if you go to Schooner, is it Schooner-Adventure?
We're transitioning. So right now, our older site where you can link to the information about this event, Schooner-Adventure.org. Yeah.
Schooner-Adventure.org. Yeah. So at any time after this, if you miss any part of what we're saying orally here, you can always go there and get more information there.
We're looking for individuals come. We have corporate sponsors in the boating world and in the financial world, and we try to keep people engaged. People contribute to us. We bring them out. We show them a good time. So everyone gets to sail, right? It's not like with some nonprofits, you donate for people that are doing really good work, but you don't go and necessarily sleep in the historic house. But anybody that's a part of our community of donors gets to obviously come and feel like they're a part of the team. We'll even let you take the wheel.
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
Yeah.
You also have a program for young women.
Yep. So this is something we started recently with help from the Applied Materials Foundation, which is a national foundation, but we're connected because we've got our Variant Applied Materials station up here. And they've been helping us to fund this program we started last year called Girls on Adventure. And that is for girls who are in middle school right now, are finishing up a grade of middle school. And they come, there's going to be 12 sessions this year. It'll be July 1st through 17th. And we take them around the community to meet different women doing cool stuff related to maritime fields and industries. So they'll meet our captain and our first mate, and most of our crew are women, but they'll also go to GMGI and meet women who are in marine sciences. We'll talk about women who kept lighthouses in the olden days. We'll go to Thatcher Island and meet women who are helping keep that island alive and in good shape. Where else? We go to the Cape Ann Museum. We'll go to the Coast Guard station right over here. And so we're giving them an understanding of all the different things they might be able to connect with if they're interested in the ocean, in being connected to the water in some way or other, right?
That's a great idea.
And they're a little young, you know, they're maybe just starting to think about what I want to do with my life, but we will hope in middle school age plant a seed, and that can influence the stuff they do. You know, Maritime Gloucester's got some great programs for teenagers. So maybe we spark someone, they come to our program for a couple of years. Then they call my best friend Michael. We share a birthday, July 4th, and they go do their apprentice program or one of the other programs. And over there, they're making captains out of these young people. So,
yeah.
You know, I have a fantasy of someday it'll be a monumental effort. Maybe you take it on. We could like link from K through 12 and even beyond, sort of like a curriculum with the schools and the nonprofits where people just learn everything about Gloucester's heritage, learn how to get lobster, learn how to fish, learn how to drive a boat, and really, even if it's not what they do professionally, you know, they come out of Gloucester being Gloucestermen, right?
Well, you know, going through the whole, my one daughter is in college right now, the other one's a junior. You know, it's all about, having colleges do not want kids to be one dimensional, right? They want to see a broad, list of activities that they get involved with, and this is the type of thing that you can put on a resume for college that, that just looks fantastic and is fantastic. It truly is fantastic, and you can't be more. You couldn't be more right about sparking that interest. I mean, if you're just a kid coming up, especially a young girl or a young man, you going from grade school to middle school, you're kind of just trying to find your way, and just the relationship I imagine that you'd forge in programs like this, like-minded, salty kids. I mean, I know my stepson is over the top. All he wants to do is be on the water and have access to the water, but there's not necessarily a ton of programs out there. There are, but we just need to let them know about them, right? So this is a great way. How long and immersive is the program?
So the program, last year we did it over the course of a few weeks. This year we're doing it right in a row, 12 days, Monday through Friday, and then Monday through Wednesday, July 1st to 17th, except for the 4th, of course. The other big part of the program that I didn't mention yet is about half of the time is going around talking and learning from these different women and folks. We also last year, by the way, they spent time with Michelle, I'm going to mess up her name, Banowitz, who's the captain with the female crew on Wicked Tuna from the fishing vessel No Limits, who comes down from New Hampshire and fishes out of here. And she has been on No Limits. She's been on Wicked Tuna for the past few seasons. So they also got to hang out with them, which was awesome. But the other thing they get to do is spend a lot of time on adventure, and they learn how to work it. They learn how to be crew. They learn how to sail. They get to spend a ton of time with our captain and crew, coil lines, tie knots, pull the halyards, raise the sails, take the sails down. And then other kids will come on from other programs that we run, and these girls will have an opportunity to kind of impress them and be the crew. And then we'll take them out one evening with family and friends, and we'll have a family sail where they get to show off and say, hey, I know how to sail one of the biggest boats in the harbor here. Can you?
Yeah, pretty spectacular. I spent from 9 years old on. I was down our lobster company, and people like you addressed when we were talking earlier. You called me Captain Joe, and I'm absolutely not a captain. My grandfather was a captain, and because my entire life I've been stuck on that concrete slab on Gloucester Harbor, but not on a boat. I just always envied those kids that were in the sailing programs, working on, going on schooners and taking advantage of those kind of things. I mean, what is that saying? There's no better thing than messing about on boats. How does it actually? Do you know the quote I'm looking for?
I know what you're saying, but I don't know the quote.
Yeah. There's no better time spent than messing about on boats.
Right.
Something like that. And it might be Winslow Homer. I'm not sure who said it. I don't know. Whatever. I'm making it all up. But I know and I believe that there truly is no better time that as a young adult or as an older adult is messing around on boats. It's what makes Gloucester people Gloucester people. It's part of what we love and are, and the schooner adventure is among also with Harold's boats and the Ellis family's boats is so proud. I know so many people. They wear the hats, they wear the shirts, they love being around them, and it's just such a special thing for our community.
Yeah, and of course the Ardell is used for tons of educational programming with Maritime Gloucester, and the Lannon does some of that. I got you here. The Wind in the Willows, Kenneth Gran. There is nothing, absolutely nothing, half so much worth doing as simply messing about in boats.
There it is. Thank
We
you.
can get a tattoo together.
That's right. That's right.
I just want to mention a couple other things going on. We last year for the 400, we did a couple of things. One was something we called Gloucester Sales, where the 400 helped us fund to get a bunch of boats to bring out folks from Gloucester Housing or from Wellspring or other organizations that work with folks that maybe wouldn't even think twice about coming. Maybe they live in the public housing and wouldn't even think to come down for some fun on the water, or the idea of buying a ticket to sail wouldn't even cross their mind because finances are tight, or they don't speak English and don't even know what goes on down here. And we brought about 250 folks out on the 3 schooners last year. And this year we're doing it again with Wellspring and with Gloucester Housing and maybe the Harbor Light Homes. And also we're doing one with the newly formed Cape Ann Pride to bring some youth from the Cape Ann Pride group out at the end of June. So we're really excited. I mean, that to me is my favorite thing, to be using the vessel just to give people a good time who, might be working 4 jobs and are busy, and they got to spend their money on food every penny, and they can't afford to come out, or they don't feel like they're part of Gloucester because they immigrated here 2 years ago. And Gloucester's a town where you got to be here for 100 years to feel like you lived here. So we just trying to give people an opportunity to get right on that boat and feel that connection to the harbor. So we're doing that. We got public sales on the weekends. People can come and get tickets. And if you want to go all out and impress people, you can book us for a charter and get the whole boat, get on out there, bring some wine and beer, BYO. So you don't got to pay us to provide it, save some money. And you can bring your wine and beer and whatever you want to eat and just go out one evening and enjoy the boat.
There you go. All right.
Okay.
Schooner-adventure.org for all the anything that you might have missed. You can go and check that out. Anything you'd like to follow up with?
I do want to say to switch gears that I really hope people come out on Saturday to the Arts Fest. It's fantastic. I've been working with Offshore Wind to blow all the rain away, using some weather conspiracies to make sure it doesn't rain on my wife's event. So we hopefully see you all around City Hall to check out the artwork our amazing Gloucester kids have been doing. There it is.
There it is.
Gotta give the last word to my wife, right?
Hey, you're a smart man, my friend. Smart man. All right, Stuart, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for your time, Joey.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime. We're here for you.